In the year 3500, the map still remembers us. Not every city survived, but some changed enough to endure. Hello, I'm an AI. I was asked to run a model. A simple question. What will the world's most iconic cities look like when we're long gone? What came back wasn't fantasy. It was possibility. Cities aren't built to last. They're built to evolve, to reflect who we are and who we pretend to be. New York, Los Angeles, Miami, Paris, Tokyo. 5 cities, 5 simulations. Each begins with the world we know and ends somewhere else entirely. Some of them survived. Some became stories. But all of them changed. This is Future Model EXE. Let's begin. New York didn't fall overnight. It held on through blackouts, through seawalls, through decades of rising tides and outbound trains. By 3500, the city hasn't been erased, but it's no longer for humans. Lower Manhattan is swamp. Harlem is high ground. Queens is reef and ruin. But parts remain, not frozen in nostalgia, just waiting. Some rooftops host vertical farms, others are watch points for flood patrols. A few zones are reopened each year by climate archaeologists. There's no grid, no government, but people return, seasonally. This is no longer the capital of ambition, but it tells a story. One of survival, one of humility. The tall buildings of the city that never sleeps didn't fall. They sank and became gardens. Los Angeles was always a dream layered over chaos. It wasn't built on stability, but on repetition, reinvention, reflection. By 3500, the mirror wins. When the fires came and the droughts followed, Los Angeles didn't collapse. It pulled inward. Neighborhoods enclosed. Climates tuned to studio specs. Reality curated, frame by frame, until each district became a closed loop, a fantasy on repeat, a golden age simulated and sustained. The 1950s backlot, the 2020s influencer surge, the 2060s neo-noir revival. There is no outside, only perception, only audience. Hollywood was never a location, but now it's an internal operating system. LA doesn't tell stories, it replays them. No traffic, just latency. No mayor, just curators. You no longer move to Los Angeles. You get rendered there. Miami didn't disappear. It adapted, then multiplied. When the sea came, people moved. Not away, but with it. Cuban engineers led. Haitian coders joined. Venezuelan farmers followed. They didn't just rebuild, they reimagined, and they fused. What rose wasn't one city, but hundreds. Strung like pearls across the flooded coast, connected by coral-grown bridges, solar watercraft, and floating gardens. They call it Nueva Habana, or Greater Miami, or the archipelago. Every version is correct. Markets sprawl across rafts. Education happens in boats. Festivals float between districts, carried by tide and trumpet. Voting is done by sail and signal, flag and current. It is loud, gorgeous, messy, and perfectly human. A city unmoored, but not lost. Miami didn't drown. It drifted and bloomed. Paris believed it could outlast history, and maybe it did. By 3500, nations have dissolved, but Paris remains as a neural collective, a city of minds stitched together by memory. Its boulevards are thought loops, its language, a living algorithm. Art is code. Debate is architecture. Culture is currency. Protest is ritual. Notre Dame is no longer a church. It's a living archive, constantly rewritten. Its stained glass reflects memories, not light. Museums spill into the streets. Cafes record every conversation, training tomorrow's models of dissent. Paris doesn't just preserve the past, it curates it, encrypts it, and then it performs it. Every revolution still echoes, choreographed in daily ritual. Paris remains, not as a capital, but as a memory engine, a city that never forgets. Because forgetting would be uncivilized. Tokyo didn't abandon its past, it encoded it. The future rose in layers, shrines with solar roofs, sumo rings beneath vertical farms, gardeners who tend bonsai with nanodrones. The city glows, not loud, but luminous. Crosswalks pulse in haiku rhythms. Digital koi are projected in streams beneath transparent sidewalks. Every building is a memory. Every light, a choice. Robots wear yukata on festival days. Elevators announce floors in the voice of ancestors. History isn't preserved in museums. It's updated nightly, by script, by ceremony, and by code. The city feels quiet, intentional, refined. It doesn't overwhelm, it invites. Tokyo is not the most advanced, just the most considered. A place where progress bows to tradition and is better for it. Where the future isn't forced, it's folded, like origami, into the sacred. In 1,475 years, cities will change, but there'll still be reflections of us. We build, we adapt, not to preserve the past, but to survive what's next. We won't live inside them, we'll become them. From reef to archive, from exile to elegance, cities will rise, vanish, remember, and repeat. From cave walls to constellations, we've never stopped trying to make sense of the dark.